Hi everyone. This video is mainly a test of software that I've forgotten how to use. And so I appreciate your patience. But also I'm trying to get my channel back up, and so I thought I would show the pages I've done recently. Now I've got to find how to zoom in and out. Y'all are learning right along with me. I tell you what. You're probably saying, why didn't you figure that out before you started recording? Because I didn't think about that kind of thing. Okay, well, I don't think I can get to that unless I do a go live, so we're just not going to worry about it. Anyway, this is one of the books that I've been working in. It's one of my favorites. I also like Worlds Within Worlds. In fact, I probably need to open that book, and I know I've finished something in there recently too. Anyhow, so here we go. Before I show you that page, don't you hate it when I do that? Okay, I follow several colorists, as y'all probably all do, and one of my favorites is Coloring by Elena, and I just love the way she colors. It's really painting with color pencils. She uses other media like watercolor and gouache and acrylic and all sorts of things, but mainly she uses color pencil, and it's just amazing what she does. So I really enjoy her personality and her color choices and her techniques. So these are one on each side. So I'll just show this one. Yeah, let's go with this one. This is one of the first ones I've done as one of her patrons. Yeah, I think you can see that pretty well. I may have to, y'all tell me about lighting and that elusive zoom in and out camera trick. Let's see. Here's my zoom out. And here's my zoom in. All right. We're still figuring out that. Anyhow, if you can see this really well, I hope you can. I hope the colors don't look crappy on here, but you can let me know. Some things I can't test unless I'm recording or going live, so that's part of the reason. Anyhow, so this page I've used Prismacolor and Posca and acrylic paint. I used acrylic down here. Elena uses Posca pens, and she's got all the colors. I just have white, so I took the idea from another colorist to just use acrylic paint and use a paintbrush, and it's trial and error, but this is what I used for that. Just some craft paint, pink, and the Posca pen up here on the wings. And then I use gouache paint with a watered down gouache with a toothbrush. Did I use the toothbrush or did I use the paintbrush to splatter the paint? bits on here, and I use a little bit, probably can't see it, a little bit of glitter. Yeah, so I'm like combining two of my favorite colorists. One is coloring with Elena, and the other is coloring with Kay. She's from the UK, so when you look her up, use the U in coloring, and she inspires me to go get. Can you see that all right? Anyway, I thought I'd try that down there. Her pages are all glittery and sparkly and shiny, and I just love them. So I'm slowly working that into my stuff. I did that on here. I did that a little bit here. Let's see if I can't make that. You probably can see a little bit. Mostly I use gel pen, glitter gel pen when I do that. Okay, the next one I did from Elena was the one right next to it. And these take me a while. I can't say how many hours or anything, but I work on a little bit and do something else and come back, or work on a little bit more each day. She uses the polychromos and Prismacolor. I don't have the polys, so I use a conversion chart to kind of get close to the polychromos. And I use some, you see my glitter gels in there too. Elena doesn't use any glittering or shining things on her papers, her pages. It's just not her style. Go look at her stuff. You won't even think it needs anything glittery and sparkly, but I like glittery sparkly, so that's what I do. Here we used a stencil to get the circles, and of course some of the colors don't really translate too well, convert too well from polychromos to Prismacolors, but I did the best I could, and I had a good time doing that. I got a lot of sparkly down here on that. Okay, what's the next one? The next one is from a different artist, and I'm so sorry I can't remember her name, but I'll try to go find it and put it in the comments or something. She does a lot of speed coloring. Well, she's not a fast colorer. I'm saying that she makes her videos fast, so I've got to slow them down to a half or a quarter speed so that I can see what she's using. She'll change from one color to the next almost seamlessly, except for putting in the corner, one of the corners, what she's using. And she uses Prismacolors. This is the 2-page spread of the penguins, and I also used a little bit of, sorry about that, sparkle in there, a little bit of, now it looks like what did I use in that one? I think I actually used some gold glitter paint in that, because that doesn't look like gel paint. Gel pen. That came out pretty well. I haven't looked at it in a while. You know, sometimes these glittery things might rub off, and this one, I mean, I haven't had that problem with these. Yeah, I think I used paint on that. Glittery paint. Let's see if I can. I might have used. Trying to figure out what that was. I don't think it was. It might have been these. Oh, I don't think I think it might have been. Oh, these are the Sparkle Pops. Pentel Sparkle Pops. Also have the Sakura Metallics. It might have been that one. I actually do write down the stuff I use now. But this is an earlier one, so I hadn't done it by then. Here's the zoom out. Woo! Yeah, I'll figure this out sometime. But you new people to videoing need to see that we all start out rather wobbly, and so be encouraged. Anyhow, I like that one a lot. I want to say it's Chris Cheng, but I don't think this one was Chris Cheng. All right. Some of those are just sort of test pages for things. All right. This one is Hannah Carlson's Daydreams. This is one of my favorite books, too. There's a whole lot of ones that I would like to do in here. I mean, I want to do the seahorses and the little I want to do this one, little teapot boat, and this one over here. You see, I've got a whole bunch tagged. Anyhow, let me show you this one. I don't think I had this one. I definitely didn't have this done. The last time I had a video, but I might have shown it partially done. And this time, I've got it finished. I used a bird from another, colors for a bird from another video, and decided to finish it. I kind of wish I'd have done this bird in a different color, but I didn't. So, yeah, on this one I also used the stencils for the bubble background. I really like that bubbly background. So, I'm not fond of doing people. I really don't like to do people, but some video somewhere challenged me, we're going to do people. I think it was a live stream I was watching, and I thought, all right, I'll try it. So, you know, it might not be the best in the world, but you can see the sparkly, shiny stuff I got back there. Right. I was going to go in order of finish, but that's right. This one I finished recently. Oh, by the way, that one was a whip. I had it unfinished for a long time. Yeah, because of the bird. But I said, I'm just going to do it, whether it's good or not. This one is a Chris Cheng. I remember that specifically because she puts her stamp in the corner. And I remember doing that. I added sparkly pins and what else did I put in there? Yeah, I used the jelly rolls, Secure Jelly Rolls. This one is just beautiful sparkly pin. Oh, look at that! I missed a spot. Also use gel pens. I use Tanmit and Ain Art, AEN. They're basically the same, so I use those, and I just got different colors to just make the light side stand out. And I did some extra stuff that Chris didn't do, but anyhow. And that's all Prisma's. Oh, no. This is Prisma's and Black Widows. There's some stuff I didn't. Anyway, you always find mistakes or what you think's mistakes. I like to use my Black Widows and Prismas together. I really started out with Black Widows, and I was noticing that this particular paper, maybe it's just how I'm using them, I don't know, but the Black Widows didn't seem to work that well on this one. So I switched to Prismacolors mostly, and I still did use some Black Widows, but that's okay. And I actually wrote down what I used. See? So this was all the Prismacolors, but this side was the Black Widows. See the PW, and I tried to use it. Some of them worked just fine, especially like the orange. Really, the one that's called Sunset. Really like that one. And some of them didn't have, like Lime Peel didn't have conversion, and the Espresso didn't. Celadon Green. So. And I use my own conversion chart for that. If there's somebody that has another one that might be more accurate than mine, I welcome it just fine. I'm not sure how I can post. There's so much stuff I need to do. Like if you want to have my conversion chart, and I also converted the Prismas to Soucolors, the Soucolor 180s. And then I wrote down the Faber-Castells on that too. So I don't have Faber-Castells. I just relied on someone else's. But if you can help me with that, know how to put that in some kind of Google file, and then I can have it available. Anyhow, so that's what I did on this one. So I did write those down. Of course, I didn't write down what pens I used, but mostly those were the gel pens. I don't think I really used the Sakura Jelly Roll on that. I think it was just strictly gel pens. All right. Next one I actually finished before this one. This is also a Chris Cheng. I wanted to work on this double page because I was inspired by Coloring with Kay from the UK to do this 2-page spread, and I thought that when I did this one there was also going to be the other one, which it wasn't, but that's okay. So I wrote down, gosh, there's so many colors that she used in here that I really will have to go back and study that a little bit. I thought I will just use the colors from this side on this side with maybe a few changes, and that way they'll kind of look like they're together. In fact, I drew a little line here and this little line and some tracing papered flowers from here and from there to kind of work them together. So anyway, to this page. It took me a while to do this one. I did literally go back and forth between it and some other stuff because I would say, all right, I'm done with that section. I'm going to do something else for a while. Especially when it came to these bricks. The bricks here and the bricks there, I'm sorry to say they were kind of a pain, but I wanted to do it so I could learn how to do it, and I did it. I started out with what Chris Chang did this over here. In fact, I added some sparkly gel pen, probably this Sakura Jelly Roll. I'm thinking I must have used that in there too, and the white gel pen, white gel glitter pen. So you can see I did that all through here. I did that. Chris Chang doesn't use any sparkly stuff on her paper, but I like it, so there we go. And there's, sorry about all that crinkling. Also used Posca, some Posca on here, and just, it's all Prismacolors. I didn't use anything else. Any other color pencils. I used some gel pens, of course. So yeah. And this was another challenge to me that this artist likes to do, is add more things into it. And that was a little challenging, and I don't feel like I did it perfectly well, but you know, it's a learning experience. I'll probably do it on this side too, somewhere. But now I have a lovely stencil to help me out. All right. Did I do anything else in here? I did a lot of trial and error stuff. Got a lot of whips in there. That's World of Wonders. I'm sorry I didn't tell you what that was in World of Wonders. Joanna Basford. Let's see if I did. Now I started to do, I could show you that, I guess. It's not a whip video, but then I'm just getting back into it, so I want to do this page so bad. There's a lot of them I want to do. I thought there was one I finished from here. Maybe I just started it. Yeah, this one is also from a Coloring with Elena inspiration. And I use gouache for the black background, and I did, now she used Faber-Castell Polychromos, and I tried to use a different, mostly oil-based pencil, and it didn't come out like hers did. But when I used the Prismacolor, it came out better. I'm not sure you can tell very well from the lighting, maybe, but you know, it was fun and challenging to do this background. I do like the way the Prismacolors are opaque on top of this. I like how that goes. And I mostly like how it turned out. If you know this page well, you can see that I covered over some things. This one, this little bookcase over here, Elena covered over that, because that was the only hide and seek thing in here. And I decided I wanted to color over that too. But also I colored, I think I used gouache because you can color over it better than Posca. And so when I colored over that with the different background colors here, I kind of wanted to make it like it was naturally that way. But some of the things I colored over would kind of, I mean, this is kind of a creepy page for me. I don't know that I'd get any creepier. Maybe y'all like that stuff. I don't, but I left some of it, of course, that, you know, otherwise I would have taken out half the creatures in here, but I did color over the creepier ones. And I like how she did the the gold, made it look gold. It would be fun if I get this book again. I should say when I get this book again, because I want to get another copy. I'd like to try this in silver. That would be really fun. Sorry about that. So that's another I finished, and she used polychromos, and I had to convert, and they weren't exactly converted, but it worked out pretty well. I'm just wondering if I might have used some Black Widows in here too. Like this planet looks a little brighter to me. But anyhow, so that was fun. I like doing that. I'm sorry I say so a lot. And maybe I should do one video on my failures. Because we all need inspiration and a pat on the back for, you know. Yeah, I've got quite a few lips in there. Encouragement for things we messed up on. I don't think I have finished. This is one of my other favorite books. I like World of Wonders, Worlds Within Worlds. I just lost my train. Beep, beep. Fragile World. Fragile, depending on where you're from. And I like Circle of Life. I haven't done a lot in this yet. It's just a recent book, and I wanted to do some other stuff. But I haven't even marked this with my little tags to narrow down what I want to do from here. But I did start one with Coloring with Kay, because it wasn't going to be... Oh, I did finish it. Oh, I forgot I did. Yeah. All right. I'm glad I brought it up. It wasn't one that I was going to care about enough if I messed up. And really, you know, if you mess up, there's a whole bunch more pages you can play with. But anyhow, I made this little chart, little log, these little logs, and just taped it to that. I did that with some other ones. But I'm going to start writing them down in a notebook, which is what Coloring with Kay does. I like how she does that. So let me see if I can get this off. Yeah, we're gonna have to get something else for that camera stand, because it is not working for me. All right. I hope you can see that really well, because I did like mostly how it turned out, but especially the fish right here. I like how the fish turned out. And she does use lots of sparkle on her paper. I didn't have the exact things that she had, but I used what I had. I just got some different glitter paint from Walmart and just used it. Hobby Lobby and Joann's. I bought some things there, obviously. Anyhow, so the background, before we did all the paint here, she did the background with ink tints, and I didn't have but 12 ink tints, so I used what I could, and then I tried watercolor pencil. The watercolor pencils I have, they take more water than the ink tints does, and I didn't prepare the page beforehand with some clear gesso, so it was just not going to fly with that. What I ended up doing was using gouache paint, and I think I use Prismacolors. I really need to remember what I do on things, like write down my process. So that background, I really had to, yeah, I really struggled with that. But, you know, if I could do it again on a different page, I think I would just start out with gouache until I can get more ink tints. Or I put the gesso. In fact, I could show you all that. I make some homemade gesso, and I've only used it on one page. That actually turned out to be a disaster. But the gesso worked fine. It was just the stuff I was using on top of it was. I didn't let it dry, and I closed the book. And then on the other side, I was doing something else, which turned out to be kind of a disaster too. It was a completely different medium, and I used so much water, it went through. It was, I told you it was a disaster. But the homemade gesso, this is homemade clear. It's easy to make, y'all. Go look up the recipe. There's several on YouTube. And I'm not telling it to you because I've forgotten. Anyway, I love sparkly too. I think Coloring with Kay would be proud of me for all the sparkle and shine and glitter all over this thing. Yeah, lots. I really thought she was gonna do like more gold paint in the fish, but she didn't. And that's okay. I used lots of, I did use gel pen. You can see I went around those things and the flowers up here. If I did it again, I might do something different with these fins, but I still like all the purples and blues in here. Yeah, I worked hard on that background, and then we covered it with paint, with glitter paint. I go, okay, that's fine. It's good. It covered a multitude of sins, as they say. So that is the only one I've finished out of here. And I used Prismacolor, so I didn't write down equivalency. You know what? I think she used Prismacolor too on this. All Prisma. Yeah. Except for the background, if she used the Derwent Intense. So, yeah. I might get some Prismacolor. I might get some Polychroma sometime, but, you know, it's just, it's hard to swallow the price of some of it. A set of them. I do have a set of 12, but, you know, it's not enough really to do some of the stuff online with. Unless somebody can suggest a website or YouTube channel that tells you how to use those. Just 12. Okay, y'all. Thank you for stopping in. And start on that. Look at that. They've got sparkly. I mean, this is really a Coloring with Kay book. This is one of her favorites. I think it's her favorite. Or at least on her top 5. And it's got sparkly and shiny all over the front cover. So this is up K Street. All right, y'all. Thanks for holding on, and I will see you later.